it's 7 o'clock somewhere, right? But
I would have never been successful in the bar business if I did that.
well, there you go. And that's a very valid statement, believe me. You own a bar, so I understand. I look at your resume here, and everything on here is awesome. We've talked about golf, we've talked about Mississippi State, we've talked about your bar business, we've talked about Roof Nuts, we've talked about Secure Claim, but there's something on here that really caught my eye.
Uh-oh.
Former radio co-host at Bully Barkline. So this whole podcast thing for me is like, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I used to watch the Howard Stern show on the E! channel before I was old enough to be able to really watch that. And a lot of this whole thing is based 100% on that. Once we got to the era where some dumbass roofer could just start a podcast and like show up every week for 3.5 years, and then somehow it just becomes a real thing. Tell me a little bit about this, because I've always dreamt of having a radio show, of being on like live, taking phone calls. And I'm going to do that with the roofing world before too long. But tell me how you get into that.